Hi, I'm Vance. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here to do some introduce. Um, this side project is an endpoint evidence correlation and decision support POC. One key point came from my master's thesis. If there isn't enough evidence, the system shouldn't guess. The case should go back to an analyst. I wanted to apply this idea to endpoint security. My POC does not replace an NDR. It checks whether we have enough connected evidence to support a decision. I can also remove one event and run the analysis again. If important evidence is missing, the case goes back to the analyst. Let me give you a simple example. PowerShell is a useful tool, and an administrator may use it to manage computers, but an attacker may also use it to run harmful commands. So, when we see one PowerShell alert, we can't immediately say it is an attack. We need to understand the context. For example, what started PowerShell? What command did it run? And what happened next? That is why we need connected evidence. So, what evidence do we need? First, process event tell us which program started. DNS events show which domain was looked up. Network events show where the connection went. File events show what was created or changed. Each event gives us one clue. When we put them together, they tell one complete story. We call this activity records telemetry. Now, how do we connect these events? Think of a process guide like a tracking number for a package. A tracking number follows the same package. In the same way, a process guide follows one process. For example, if PowerShell looks up a domain, connects to an IP address, and creates a file, we can use the process guide to connect these events. This helps us see the complete story of one process. However, it only connects the events. It doesn't prove that the process is malicious. Here we have 5 connected events, but they do not have the same evidence weight. Word processor opening a document is only context. It may be normal. But then Word start PowerShell with a hidden window and a download command. This is our primary evidence. The DNA's network and file events support this by showing what PowerShell did next. When we put everything together, the activity looks likely malicious with high confidence. Still, this does not prove that the whole system is compromised. The gate and the score answer two different questions. The gate asks, do you have enough evidence to support a decision? For example, we need a suspicious PowerShell process and related DNAs network, or file activity. If important evidence is missing, the get fails, and the case goes back to the analyst. If the get passes, the score tells us how to prioritize the case, so the get checks the evidence while the scores set the priority. A high score cannot replace missing evidence.